Bridgen.
Speaker, I'd like to start by reminding the House of the Chamber of my register in the members' interests. For 22 years before coming to this place, I was the Managing Director and Chairman of a food processing company. I'm also a qualified transport manager, and I remain the equal largest shareholder in that company. I'd like to start firstly by highlighting an aspect of the budget that's of particular interest to my constituency of North West Leicestershire, and that is fuel duty. The level of fuel duty is of immense importance to my constituents, giving two facts that are that public transport is extremely limited. In fact, my constituency does not have access to any mainline railway station or any railway station at all. And also, the fact is that a third of all the jobs in North West Leicestershire, since we are the centre of population of the UK, with good communication links with the M42 and the M1, a third of all the jobs are in distribution or logistics related. So the freeze on fuel duty, put in place, first of all, in 2011, has been extremely significant to the economic growth, the huge economic growth we've seen in North West Leicestershire, and to think tanks such as the Social Market Foundation, who complain that the Treasury has forgone money to benefit the rich. I would say that why do they think we should penalise my constituents who have to use a car to get to work? The fuel duty freeze is the right thing to do to maintain economic growth, and my constituents will certainly support it. And not just my constituents, because we already have 1.2 jobs for everyone of working age in North West Leicestershire, so a lot of people have to travel in from surrounding constituencies to work in my constituency. I'm sure they'll be very grateful for the tax freeze as well. With regard to the lack of a railway station, I can't help but give a push for the reopening of the Ivanhoe line. Network Rail said this would be the most beneficial reopening of a railway line they currently have on the books. It would link the great town of Burton-on-Trent with Leicester, and it would pass through North West Leicestershire and South Derbyshire and benefit all of our constituents, and it has cross-party support, including the members from Leicester. Turning to energy, Madam Deputy Speaker, and science, I'd like to raise an energy source I've been promoting for some time, and that's small modular nuclear reactors. Only in November last year, I stated to the Secretary of State that renewables, they cannot be relied on to provide all our energy needs due to their intermittent nature. It's clear that we need to add more reliable ASIL load capacity, and nuclear is the favourite for that. Hundreds of my constituents work at Rolls-Royce, and many of them work on the development of small modular reactors. Therefore, I very much welcome the announcement in the budget of a competition through Great British Nuclear to build small modular reactors, SMRs, in the UK, and including nuclear energy in the green zero-carbon taxonomy. I'm sure that my skilled constituent workers at Rolls-Royce in Derby will step up to the mark, and we'll see reliable base-load energy produced from this source sooner rather than later. I turn next to investment zones, and I note that the Treasury have identified the proposed East Midlands mayoral combined county authority to deliver this. I do feel I have to point out that the ongoing issue we have in Leicestershire, and indeed Leicester, we have is the veto being exercised by the current Mayor of Leicester, preventing Leicester and Leicestershire joining this authority and creating that critical mass in the East Midlands. This is particular relevance to the topic of the debate, as Leicester is home to the National Space Centre and many space and science-related companies around it. Indeed, in my own district of North West Leicestershire, it's home to a space company in the form of Zico, which makes ultra-precision polishing solutions for the optics for satellite cameras. And it would be, quite honestly, an outrage if our county and the City of Leicester were to miss out on an opportunity to be involved in this situation because of the intransigence of the City Mayor in Leicester. And I wish all those in the city seeking to abolish the mayoralty very well in the elections in May. Energy security and scientific innovation are key to the future of the UK's economy and stimulating economic growth. There are many measures in this budget which will help us to maintain and improve our place in the world when it comes to science, and this government has demonstrated its commitment to this. And also in the area of energy and security, the government is being realistic, and it's clear that nuclear has a significant part to play in achieving this in the future. And I just would add, picking up on some points that have been made by the other side, that The situation has certainly improved in the relationship between business and our excellent research establishments, our universities, but there's more progress needs to be made. If we could harness all the innovations that we have at our great universities in research, we would be really accelerating our economic growth. We must work to that endlessly.
Stuart MacDonald.